Hey there! Welcome to the Distracted Librarians podcast. We're your friendly neighborhood bookworms with a penchant for all things pop culture.
Picture this as our digital campfire, where we dive into our latest obsessions, analyze our favorite distractions, and rediscover the joy of reading.
Whether you're a media enthusiast, a book lover, or just need a break from the daily grind, you've come to the right spot.
So kick back, relax, and get delightfully distracted with us.
Hey everybody! On this episode of the Distracted Librarians, we are going to talk about food and drink in fiction and media.
I'm so excited.
You're so excited? Nice. I mean, I think it is a very common theme for some authors and for some shows and different things where food is like a heavy element, right?
Oh yeah, and even if it's not a quote-unquote theme of what they're doing, it's such a good basis that people can relate back to.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if it wasn't, you wouldn't get all of the themed cookbooks out there. I've seen cookbooks that are themed after a book series, after movies, after video games.
Yeah.
There's just so many.
Yeah. Totally.
Cookbooks after video games is funny.
Stardew Valley.
Oh, that one makes sense, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't even know that. I wonder if they have like a Legend of Zelda one.
It wouldn't surprise me.
That sounds like it would be cool.
I was thinking like a cookbook based on Halo, and I was like, that makes no sense to me.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think food is definitely, it kind of like reaches across boundaries in terms of human experience. Mm-hmm. So having a book or a show that has food or drink, we can't leave out the drinks, as part of it kind of can just bring people together in kind of just a comforting way. It can be a comforting way.
And there's so much you can tell if you are the creator or learn if you're the consumer of a piece of media about the culture and the world that it's set in. Mm-hmm. You can make assertions about climate and about what kind of things they have access to just based on the food.
Totally. Yeah. I love that there are the cultural differences, right? So if we're talking about a character in a book that is from the Mediterranean, including the food that they would eat is such a nice way of kind of bringing everybody into the same place, into the same room so that you can enjoy that. And even better if they add like a recipe or something at the end of the book so that you can also enjoy it if it's not something that's available to you.
Oh, yeah. No, this isn't fiction, but when my book club read Taste by Stanley Tucci, his biography, filled to the brim with recipes.
Oh, cool.
And approachable enough that I actually went home and tried a couple, and they did not turn out as well as they should have in the book. And I learned some things about myself that day, but it was still so much fun to, go through and approach from his perspective. As I did not grow up in a large Italian family.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that, is it like a tour book, like where he's traveling or?
So he had either some form of oral cancer or throat cancer.
Oh, okay.
A few years back, and for a little while was under the impression that there was an outcome where he wouldn't be able to eat normally again.
Oh, wow.
And that sort of rooted his thought process of how much of his life is told through food or how much he's used food to relate to his life. Mm-hmm. So it was basically a navigation of his life through, early childhood with the family, and then places he's visited and food he's eaten there, and craft tables at events and jobs that he's worked, and just telling his story through the food that he's eaten.
That's awesome.
It was a lot of fun.
That is really cool. Yeah, definitely. I like him.
Yeah.
And I know he's had a couple shows also where I think he does food related things too. So very cool. Very, very cool. So, what kind of focus, what does food highlight in a story?
One of the things when we started talking about this topic that I thought of, I have talked about Tamara Pierce on the podcast before. And one of the book series that she has is about a character who finds herself in a different country. And the countries in this world are based loosely around different regions within our own world. Mm-hmm. But she finds herself in a place where the food that they eat is much spicier than she is used to. And it's really funny because, you know, all of the people around her have no problem eating this food. And she is just absolutely tormented by trying to eat this food because she's just not used to it. And it's, you know, that's a thing that happens in our world too, where it's, you know, certain cultures have spicier food, and then some of us are like, cannot handle any semblance of spice. Salt is spicy.
Yes.
God help me the first time I tried to say I could handle medium spice at a Thai restaurant.
Oh, no, you cannot.
I learned.
I mean, my husband likes spicy food, and there are times when I think he might even be regretting himself when he orders something like that. I'm like, what is the hot like? I mean, are you just breathing fire? Like, is it enjoyable at all? I don't know.
It's funny. I learned, and then I learned that I got that trait from my dad because I took him and my mom there a couple of years later,
really?
and he did the exact same thing.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So was it funny to watch it happen to someone else?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Because I'd warned him first. It wasn't like going in and being like an anthropological study of like watching this man. No, I warned him and he said, no, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It was an attempt at fine.
Sure. And every restaurant is different too, right? Like you might be able to handle a medium spice at one place and maybe not so much at the other one. But.
Yeah. There was a Mexican restaurant my family went to growing up, and it was always like their salsa, hot sauce was spicy, but depending on like where in the batch you were, it was a different level of spice. So some days it was like, this is totally fine. And others it was like, I can't feel my mouth anymore. Cool.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, food can also be, you know, you have the exploratory factor of learning a new area. It's also, you know, the comfort of home.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, comfort food is a thing we talk about, you know, for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is where I think you can kind of get into the coziness factor of some books, some mysteries. There are like a whole slew of mysteries that have sort of a baking theme or other kind of cozy, homey foods. And
that's in cozy fantasy now, too.
In cozy fantasy, yeah.
With Legends and Lattes kind of being the big one that started it, but there's so many now.
Yeah.
And I will never get sick of them.
Oh my gosh. I remember working at the bookstore, and I can't remember, is it Joanna Fluke? Am I just making that up?
That is a name. Keep going.
It might
be the right name.
I feel like she is a writer of mystery books, and they all have like...
She does the like Death by Chocolate Cake and whatever.
Yeah, it's all baked items. So there's like blueberry muffins and all of this other stuff. Now, my mom would really, really like those books and really enjoyed them. And then me realizing that there's the recipe at the back. So like it becomes this interactive experience. It's not just reading the book. You get the goodies at the end too.
Yeah.
There's a cozy fantasy series that I've been reading. I just picked up the third one, and I haven't had a chance to read it yet. But the first one is A Fellowship of Bakers and Magic. And
cool.
it is the Great British Bake Off in cozy fantasy. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's
That
amazing.
sounds great.
And there's so many recipes in the back of it. But then it follows different characters from this Bake Off in the different books of the series. So they all bake, and they all have their own like signature styles and what they bake. And there's recipes in all of these books.
Yeah.
And I do not have the time to try them all, but I wish I did.
Gotta have like a literary book food party.
Yeah.
And just like gather people, like everybody pick a recipe, we'll make something, have a party and eat. Just try it.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
No, one example that's always stuck with me, and I hate that I'm not enough of a real fan that I don't know if it's in the book, but in the movie for Lord of the Rings, right at the start of Two Towers when they're scaling down a thing and Sam has something fall out of his pocket and freaks out, and it's Shire salt.
Oh.
Because he wanted to make sure that if they ever, you know, caught a chicken or caught something to eat, that they could season it like home.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's a nice sentiment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
And it was like the most valuable thing that he had that he was carrying.
Right.
That stays with me.
It's for the potatoes.
It's for the potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew, put Shire salt on them.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, you know, so there are obviously books that are written about restaurants and cooking. And some are fiction and some are actual like recipe books. a person that I really enjoy is Anthony Bourdain. I loved his show. I love everything about that man. I think his crassness and the sort of just way that he described things was really, really beautiful. And I did read Kitchen Confidential.
Oh, good.
It is such an interesting book about like this person behind the scenes, like him growing up and how he got into restaurants and stuff like that. So as a person who does not cook, my husband can vouch for that. I thought it was really interesting learning about this person. And even though he does something that I have absolutely no interest in doing, he made it just available to people, to any kind of person. So very cool.
Those are the best biographies in general, where like you don't have to have a wealth of previous knowledge on whatever subject in order to approach it.
Yeah, totally.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely. Do you guys have cookbooks at home or?
I have 2 cookbooks at home.
Okay, do tell.
I've never used them.
Okay, well, okay then.
One is the Waitress Pie book
Okay.
This makes sense.
from the musical Waitress,
Okay.
and truly never touched it a day in my life.
Okay.
But-
You're not. No, there's no pie making in your future.
In my future, who's to say? There are a lot of years up in my past. No. No, in my present, unlikely.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh my goodness.
And then I have a cookbook that my very well-meaning mother got me like 6 years ago.
Okay.
The first time I complained about anything acid reflux related, she was like, "Here, have a cookbook."
Okay.
I'm like, "That's nice."
Yeah.
Proceeds to not do a thing with that.
Right.
The foreshadowing.
Stop it.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
I say that as a person who, as I get older, like the acid reflux thing is a thing that just keeps getting worse. I'm like, stop. Because everything I like to eat triggers that. It's all acidic or spicy or whatever. Or fried or any of it. I'm just like, I just want to eat food.
Oh my goodness. I have, my parents gave my daughter a Harry Potter cookbook that we have flipped through. And I think we made one thing out of it. But there it is. That's the cookbook. And I like to bake. So I really enjoy making sweets and things like that. But I don't have like an actual cookbook full of sweets. I usually gather my information from online. So yeah, not a cooking person. Definitely not. But I enjoy reading about people baking.
In a world in which I didn't have to work X number of hours a week and also coach color guard and like just do other things to exist as a person, I think I would cook and bake so much more because I really enjoy it. Even like as a teenager, I started baking cheesecake, and cheesecakes are my thing. I love to make
making
cheesecake.
cheesecakes too.
And I eventually like ended up getting a stand mixer, and I have the pasta attachment. I love making fresh pasta. I've got the ice cream maker attachment too. I love doing that. And I love playing with things there. That requires time and energy.
Yeah.
And
the ingredients. Let's not forget about the ingredients.
And I hate grocery shopping, and I simply have so many other things going on all the time that I just do not have the energy, not only to do the baking process or the cooking process, but all of the preparation and then cleanup from it is not in my capabilities right now. But there was a time when I was doing like a lot of different ice creams.
Making ice cream is really fun.
Made a lovely lavender honey ice cream.
Oh, that
with
sounds
soft
good.
baked sugar cookies and made ice cream sandwiches out of it.
Oh,
real good.
Wow.
Would recommend. A lot of work. So I don't have like the media cookbooks, the Waitress Pie book or the Stardew. I don't even have the Stardew Valley cookbook. I just know it exists. But like I have a bunch of random ones that I inherited from my mom.
Okay.
Some very dessert specific ones. The ones that came with my kitchen gadgets.
Okay.
All of that
Yeah, sure.
lying around. So
Totally. All right. Well, kids' books. This is a theme that has been happening in kids' books as well as adult, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
It seems like it has kind of it has reached a peak of some kind in kids' books. I think that there is definitely a market for them. There is this very cute graphic novel series called Cupcake Diaries.
It's based on a chapter book series.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so there you go. My daughter likes the graphic novels, so she's read every single one of those and has to check in with me regularly to make sure we have not missed one. And those are really cute. And there is, for kids that are interested in cooking or baking, I think it's a cute thing. And then there's relationship stuff that's kind of going on in the stories too. So it's like Babysitter's Club with food.
With baking.
Yeah.
And cupcakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Cupcakes seem to be the one that there's multiple series about in middle grade, because there's also Cupcake Cousins.
Yeah. People
there's-
be loving those cupcakes.
There's something that's about cake pops. I don't remember the title off the top of my head right now, too. Like, there's a bunch of those. There is a series that I found out of nowhere. I don't remember how I found this. It was sometime shortly after I started at the library. And it is this trio of books. The first one is called All Four Stars.
Okay.
And it is about a girl who wants to be a food critic. And her class gets this assignment to write an essay to their version of the New York Times, basically.
Okay.
Talking about what they want to be when they grow up. It's an essay contest. And she writes hers as a cover letter, and it gets kind of mixed up when it gets there, and she ends up getting hired as a food critic, but has to hide that she's 11.
Oh my goodness.
And her parents also are not into good food. They only eat fast food. They can't cook. She loves to cook. Her aunt kind of brought that on because her aunt lives in Paris and works in a cafe. And it's just this series of her trying to deal with that and figure out, like, how do I keep hiding this? Should I keep hiding this? But also through the process of doing that, learning just a lot about growing up. It's that whole coming of age.
Sure.
Tween year situation, and it's just really good.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. You have to suspend some disbelief that an
An 11-year-old
managed to pull this
critic.
off.
Yeah.
Because just the legal aspects alone of being paid as a freelancer and things like that would certainly figure something out. But it's a lot of fun, and most people don't know that series exists, but.
Cool.
There's a graphic novel that's sort of halfway in between what you two are talking about. It's teen mixed into adult that I loved, called Chef's Kiss by Jarrett Melendez.
Yes.
It is about a college kid who goes and tries to get a job at this restaurant in town that he really likes. And they have this sort of audition process to try and get verified to be a chef there. And he finds out along the process that the verification is feeding a series of 3 meals to the owner's pet pig. And the pig will verify whether you are worth cooking at this restaurant.
Oh my gosh.
And the pig has a very discerning palate, and the pig has very, very bold and over-the-top reactions to the food. It's so funny.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot of fun. I remember that one.
Yep.
Did you say it's a graphic novel?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's
I'm going to
super
have to
cute.
check it out. That's so funny.
We do have it. I don't remember which section we have it in because I didn't look it up.
Sure.
But I know we own it because it was one of the first ones that I bought when I inherited the graphic novel collection.
okay.
Just because at the time it came out, it wasn't like, I must have this in the library now. It was on my first order, which is why I remember it.
Nice.
See, and even prior to this boom of food-related kids' books that we're seeing, I'd probably say over the last decade or so.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid being obsessed with the food described in, like, Redwall. And with the Enchanted Forest Chronicles, one of the big themes of the first book is Cimarine gets a job as a dragon's princess because she can make cherries jubilee.
Okay.
And so even without it being the sole focus of the book or the series or whatever, it still has such a huge role in
sure.
so much for kids. And I think we even see it in teen and adult too, just in different ways.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, this is referring to a movie, but like who doesn't want to walk into that big room in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with all of the candy and just start like eating all of the random things? I mean, it was like my favorite part of that whole movie. It was just walking into that big room, Willy Wonka sitting there with his little daffodil teacup thing and then bites into it. Like, it's perfect. I love that.
I fear I may have been Augustus Gloop. Watching that movie over and over, none of the other traps would have gotten me. I don't need, like, the cutting-edge gum. I certainly don't need a squirrel.
You'd gone right into the chocolate river?
It would have been a risk. If any of those ways were to get me, it would have been the chocolate river.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I mean, there's all different kinds of things in that room, right? Like the mushrooms with, like, the cream circles and, like, all of that stuff just looked... I mean, who knows? On the movie set, it was probably awful, but, or maybe it was good. I don't know. Just too much fun.
Childhood food movies. Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off was such a big one in my childhood. And really the precursor, I think, to my love of Food Network cooking competitions when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. That was my thing when I was in high school, was all of the Food Network, Iron Chef America.
Okay,
Chopped,
yeah, I used to watch that stuff too.
Any of it. Mm-hmm. Cutthroat Kitchen.
Do you know the movie? It
No,
was a
I
Disney
don't.
Channel original movie.
No.
It was basically High School Musical, but instead of basketball and theater, it was baseball and cooking.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. It's so much that there are TikToks that have been made about how these are the same plot, just different fonts.
Oh my goodness. That's too funny.
It's so good.
So is there anything that you wish that you could try straight out of a movie or a book?
I really wanted to try the roast beast at the Grinch's table.
Okay.
And I really, really wanted the pizza with the cheese pull from the Goofy movie.
Okay.
That's so fair.
Yep.
I wouldn't have thought of that on my own, but you say that and I'm like, yes, absolutely.
That's too funny. I was trying to think really hard about this because I don't know, there's so many like food elements and different things, but I'm a big Studio Ghibli girl. Mm-hmm. And in Ponyo, the kids sit down and have ramen together. And it looks so good. There's like the egg floating and all of the veggies and stuff. I'm like, I want to have ramen from Ponyo.
Mm-hmm.
People talk about the food in Spirited Away that gets the parents all the time too.
Yeah.
And I love that movie. Mm-hmm. I haven't watched that movie in so long.
My kids had it on just the other day. So yeah, it's nice.
We may need a Studio Ghibli episode.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
It's on the list somewhere.
I know.
It is.
We got to actually, we just got to do it. My big thing that I want from media, and this is more current. I talked about Legends and Lattes earlier. I very much just want to exist in that coffee shop.
Yes.
I want all of the coffee drinks. I want the cinnamon rolls. I want the high fantasy, low stakes vibes. I simply want it all, which is why I'm obsessed with that book and can't wait for the next one to come out.
Sounds
in
good.
a month. In 10 days after this episode comes out.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Brigands and Bread Knives.
Nice.
The thing is, I could read it now. I have the arc. I just have
Excuse
no
me?
time.
You have what? Excuse me?
I think we're getting in
I
trouble
have the
here.
advanced reader's copy.
We're moving on because I'm yelling at you later.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Distracted Librarians. Hey, if you guys have anything that you want to chime into the conversation, just email us and let us know. We will talk about it in our next episode, and we will see you next time. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Distracted Librarians.
Many thanks to BCTV for their support in recording, editing, and releasing this podcast, and to the Friends of the Library for sponsoring closed captioning on every episode.
If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to reach out to us at distracted@btpl.org.
Until then, keep those pages turning and those screens lighting up. We'll catch you in the next episode.
The views and opinions expressed in the Distracted Librarians podcast do not necessarily reflect those of Bloomfield Township Public Library, Bloomfield Community Television, the Birmingham Area Cable Board, or its producers or production staff.